Have you ever wondered how powerlifters bench, deadlift, and squat upwards of 5, 6, and 700 pounds? Today we'll find out and give it a go. Morgan shows us a workout using resistance bands you can do anywhere. This pose could help you fix your posture, and it's more intense than it looks. Plus, we're going for a hike, and I brought snacks, healthy ones. I'm Hunter Franqui, and that's all today on SoFlo Health. Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. Today we're at Chalk and Iron, and it's not your average gym. It's a powerlifting gym that focuses on 3 major compound movements, 2 of which we're going to do today. We're going to put me to the test and see how much I can bench and show you the proper deadlift. But first, this is Claudia. Claudia, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Welcome to Chalk and Iron Gym. I'm one of the owners here, including my husband Sean Knowles and Eric Guida. Come on in, let me show you a little bit of what we do here.
There we go. Come on.
You have all the weights that you need, all the way up to 125 pounds.
Okay.
Also, our benches are only one step process.
And why is that important for somebody doing powerlifting?
Not only do we have to do like deadlifting, benching, and squatting,
right.
Accessory work is very important when it comes to powerlifting.
And what makes this bench different from the average bench?
Most of the gyms have a 45-pound bar that is used like for every single lift.
Right.
We have specialized bars that are made for that specific lift, for benching, deadlifting, and for squatting.
Now back here, what the heck's going on?
I am getting my knees wrapped because I'm about to be squatting. I lost 14% body fat in about 3 months with 0 cardio. I lost 12 inches off my waistline. Just overall super healthy. It's not about being better than the next person, it's about pushing the next person to be better and pushing yourself to be better than you were yesterday. Is it okay if I go squat now?
Yeah.
What happens with the monolift is that they actually do not walk out. So Mike is performing the mono right now. Brandon is opening the mono. Mike is about to squat where he stands. 2, 1, up! And he drives it up, the mono closes, and boom. No injuries, he's squatting perfect. He's actually wearing knee wraps that allow him to protect his knees.
How much weight was that?
About 440 pounds.
That's like
now that is a
65
65-pound bar that we use on that monolift.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think you can make me stronger? Can I be a powerlifter?
Oh my gosh, we can make anybody stronger at any point.
All right, well, we'll see if we can beef me up a little bit, and I'm definitely not going to be squatting 3 of me, but let's see if I can get my bench up. On SoFlo Health, we're always encouraging you to get moving. Go for a walk or for a run. If you're anything like me, you'd much rather do that outside in beautiful nature than inside on a boring treadmill. Now, if you're going to be outside, it's hot out here. And if you're going for a longer trek, you're going to want to bring some sustenance with you. Fortunately, I'm loaded for bear, and hopefully I don't see any, so come on. When you're out here, it's definitely hot, so check out what I have. Number 1, most important thing, bring plenty of water. It's hot out here, so you want to make sure to have enough water to replenish both the sweat that's coming from the heat and the sweat that you're generating by exercising. Fortunately, I found some shade, and now it's time for some snacks. So, let's get into it. I have some crackers here. I chose sprouted seed crackers because they'll last longer energy-wise than refined sugars. But speaking of sugars, don't be afraid of them. I have some fruit with us. They have a lot of carbohydrates, which give you the energy you need to keep going, but they've also got fiber in them so that the fiber helps you digest that slower, which gives you longer lasting energy. For now, I'm gonna pack these up, but on our next stop, I'm gonna show you some surprising snacks that you'll like. My first surprising snack is a trail mix. Now, maybe it's not surprising to some of you, but if you think about it, trail mix is perfect for being on the trail. You've got almonds, cashews, or any kind of nuts that you put in your trail mix to give you long-lasting energy with good, healthy fats. And then a little bit of sweet for the chocolate to give you a treat, and some more boosts of energy right now. And of course, your dried fruits like these raisins or raisins. All right, the trail mix wasn't that big of a surprise. I'm sorry. I've got some real surprises for you now. Jerky meat. Jerky is a great snack for out on the trail. It's high in protein, it's low in fat. Jerky is high in salt, so a lot of you might be thinking, wait, isn't salt bad for us? Well, when you're out on the trail, you're losing a lot of salt fast with all the sweating that you'll be doing. So this is a great way to replenish it and get that hankering in now. Nut butter meat. Nut butter is another great snack out here on the trail. It's just like eating nuts, but it's much easier. You can bring a spoon, a knife if you put it on some of those crackers, maybe you brought some bread. Now, some nut butters are more perishable than others, so make sure that if you're bringing anything that's too perishable, you also have a cooler. The most surprising thing I have is this. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Snickers bar, but it could be a candy bar of any kind. If you're out on the trail, now is the time to get that sweet tooth fix, because you're gonna immediately burn up this energy, but maybe go for the regular size and not the big one. And that's it. We made it out of the nature trail and back to civilization. Well, close to civilization. Despite all the snacking, I'm still hungry. Now, where's my car? Claudia here is just warming up, correct?
Yeah, she's warming up. We try to get our feet set because your foundation is very, very important. A lot of people forget that in their bench. Without your feet, you lose 50% of your strength right there. We control our breathing, and we always do a 1 to 4 tempo. We do that because the more control you have of the bar, the more you're in control.
So in powerlifting, what is the goal ultimately?
Ultimately, you try to peak for that one day of your meet. You shoot for a competition. That's where you want to have your strongest lifts. You want to hit, you have 9 attempts, 3 bench, 3 squat, 3 deadlift. You want to try to get the best one of each one, and that's what they go for your total.
All right, stay right there. When we come back, I'm gonna give the bench a try, so we'll see how I do. Plus, Morgan puts those resistance bands you bought to use, and Dan Hellman shows us a pose to improve our posture.
Focusing on you. Innovations in modern medicine. From your team of cancer experts at Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center.
William Graff is preparing to undergo an innovative treatment for his localized prostate cancer. And he has one goal.
No side effects, continence is one of my main things.
That led William to Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, where he chose a non-invasive option called HIFU.
HIFU stands for High Intensity Focused Ultrasound. And this technology essentially uses sonogram waves or sound waves at a very high frequency to create thermal energy to destroy cancer.
Dr. Deepen Parekh has been using HIFU to treat prostate cancer since it was approved by the FDA a few years ago.
In terms of focal treatment, where we only target and destroy a selective area of the prostate, I believe we have the largest experience in the country.
Even though the procedure is done in an operating room, it is non-surgical, and patients are able to go home within just a few hours.
But you could theoretically do several in a day if you needed to,
absolutely,
correct? Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah. This is a paradigm shift in the way we are treating men with prostate cancer. Unlike previous times when we used to treat the entire prostate gland with radiation or surgery, we are now shifting focus and only treating a small selected area of cancer.
We're back, just warming up, but we're about to learn the principles of the bench press. So Sean, where do I start?
Okay, first what I want you to do is try to lay down on the bench and put your hands up on the bar. You're gonna put your index finger right here in the ring. Pick your feet up on the bench. Now, bring one leg down at a time and keep your shoulders tight.
Okay.
Let's see how the bar is already trying to come out of the rack. You're not even putting any pressure yet. Now push the bar forward. Here we go, 1, 2, up. Now saddle, big deep breath. Come on, there you go, heels, up, good. There we go, push back to her. There you go, see how much faster that went?
Yeah.
So what you're trying to do is you're trying to push, you're almost like, if you're looking from the side, you're going here to here. The move is here to here. You're gonna get more of your chest. If you come in here, you come down and you're coming up.
Right, because ultimately this is a major compound movement that's supposed to be engaging more than just your chest.
You're actually using almost every muscle in your body for bench press.
I can feel that.
Like you probably had a little cramp in your lower back. That means you're almost in the right position.
All right, well, I'm gonna get in the right position. You stay right there and watch this.
You may have one of these at home, but maybe you just don't know how to use it. I'm Morgan Shapiro for SoFlo Health, and today I'm going to show you a full upper body workout using one single resistant band. So you stop, go grab yours, and I'll wait right here. For our first exercise, we have the band pull apart. So you're simply gonna pull it apart. Hands out in front of you, put those shoulders down, squeezing those shoulder blades together. You're going to pull that band apart Little bend in the knees, keeping a tight core, keeping tension all throughout your body, imagining your hands pulling away, standing tall, strong, and proud. So next, we have the banded shoulder press. So this simply, we're stepping on the band, flipping those hands up, same thing, keeping a little bend in those knees, keeping a tight core, being aware not to arch that back. Elbows forward, you're gonna press, deep breath at the top, and coming back down, and coming back down. Side angle, up, and down. You see the elbows are not going out. They're staying forward. I'm not arching. I'm keeping that tucked, keeping everything tight. You can go as fast as you want. You will feel those shoulders start to burn. And next, we have a banded push-up. The push-up's hard, but why not make it a little bit harder and add a little resistance? So you're gonna take this band, you are wrapping it around your back like a nice little resistance cape. You are coming down to the floor, and you're slowly going to press it down and come back up. As always with the push-up, I want your neck to stay straight. No arching of that back, keeping a tight core. If that's too hard for you, don't be ashamed, take it to the knees, guys. We'd rather have good form than not. You'll feel that resistance on the way up, making it a little bit harder. And now for our fourth exercise, we have the banded row. So for this one, you're gonna need to tie it around something, but you can literally use anything. Today, we're just gonna use a pull in the park. So you're gonna take this band, you are tying it around the pole, pulling it through. Now with your hands facing each other, you're gonna take a little step back, little bend in the knees, creating that tension throughout your whole body, rolling those shoulders back, be aware not to arch that back. You're gonna row that band under your chest and back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Now this is too easy. Get a stronger band or take a few steps back, creating a little bit more resistance. You're gonna feel that, squeeze, squeeze, and last one. And there you have it, simple as can be. So I will see you next week and show you how you can get a full lower body workout just using resistant bands.
Okay, now it's getting a little more serious for me. We're getting into the area that's a little more than I'm used to benching. So Sean, I'm trusting you. Talk me through it.
We got it.
All right.
Out. 2, 1, up. Hey, rack. Oh, my friend, that was 230.
What? That's crazy.
That was 230 pounds, 15-pound PR.
215 is the most I've ever done. So, and that was a few days ago, and I was like, that felt brutal at that time. Like that time, I was like, there's no chance that I'm gonna be benching more
You just did 15 pounds more than you did.
Woo! All right, you stay right there because I hear we're trying something new after this.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, stick around. In the meantime, watch this. Like many of you at home, my world has become more and more in front of me, whether I'm holding a phone, I'm editing on a computer, just being at a computer, driving my car, and I'm trying to bring my shoulders back. This is Dan Hellman of H3, and he's here to help me do just that. So Dan, where do we start?
You're gonna sit with your legs crossed like you're gonna meditate. Yep. And now with the Eldoa, there's a purpose for everything. So the posture that you're taking right now, the purpose for that posture is to fix T7. Okay. Because we want to pull T7 down and we want to pull T6 up.
And those are different, T7 and T6, people that don't know, those are different vertebrae.
Yes, so roughly at the bottom of your shoulder blades, you're roughly at the level of T8. So we're gonna go about 2 inches up your shoulder blade, so you're gonna feel it right smack dab in the middle, okay? Now what I want you to do is I want you to hold on to your knees, and I want you to start thinking about pushing your sit bones down to the ground. Okay. And I want you to start feeling like you're lifting me off the ground with your spine. Excellent. Now immediately when you did that, your chin went in a little bit and your head actually went back. Now you're gonna bring your hands and you're gonna float your palms right above your head. So bring them up right above the head. Now, your head wants to go forward. Don't let it. And now what you're gonna do, Hunter, you're going to go ahead and you're going to push your fingertips up to the ceiling. You are literally trying to touch the ceiling. But don't let your head go forward. When you breathe out, try to maintain the tallness. Now, I'm not gonna make you do that right now because this is the first time you're doing this. By doing the Eldoa on a regular basis, you will absolutely improve your posture in the long run.
At some point, like right in between my shoulder blades somewhere, I felt like which fibers were, I guess, were out of place, and it's like pulling hard, like like very hard on one side. It wasn't painful, but it was Like it was like an intense contraction almost.
Right. So the interesting thing about the Eldoa is that you actually work in what's called extreme range of motion. Number one, that opens the joint space that you want to open. And the other thing it does is it trains you into an extreme end range of motion. If you go out and swing a tennis racket, swing a golf club, a baseball bat, you lift weights, you're compressing your body. So every single program that I do ends with Eldoa to decompress the joint.
When we first arrived, we saw you with one of your clients. Tell me about what was going on.
Yes, I have a young golfer. He's 18 years old. This is the second time he's flown in from Sri Lanka. He plays golf for Memphis. He has a L4, L5 disc herniation, very severe. And so he was told that he needed to have a fusion. And he came to me and I said, hey, at the age of 18, I think there's a lot of other things that we can do. So I saw him back in June and I designed a program for him to get him out of pain. Now I can start creating a program to hopefully get him back to playing competitive golf without a fusion.
Dan, thank you so much. This is incredible. It feels amazing and I can feel it doing the work. And you know, Dan's definitely has the right philosophy that your body knows how to fix itself if you have the right guidance and you do the right movements and you follow along, just like you said, not to snap down because that's not good for us. Well, Dan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Coming up, this shirt isn't for fashion. It's for lifting. Plus, we're talking coconut water when SoFlo Health returns. Sean, what the heck is that?
This is a bench shirt. This is what we use to help us bench a little bit heavier, a little bit more weight than normal. It makes whatever you're trying to do 10 times harder than without it.
Shirt me up, I guess.
Here we go. Come on. How's that feel?
It feels weird.
It should feel like a straight jacket.
It feels like a straight jacket. I feel like I shouldn't be going this way.
You won't go that way.
Good.
But you have to.
What?
You got to force you got to come. There you go.
Okay. All right, let's head over.
It does not make it easier. Okay, let's go. Now push your belly, big air, stay tight. Elbows, tuck your elbows.
Tuck your elbows in.
2, 1, up. Drive.
Drive it up.
There you go.
Good.
Racket. How did that feel?
I felt like a rock that wasn't going anywhere, which is a good thing when you've got so much weight.
When you came up so fast, you were like shocked.
Yeah,
you're like, oh my God. Oh wait, I gotta finish.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you can see how hard it is to use the gear. It's not like, oh, I just put it on, you actually have to set the shirt, get it in.
Because the thing that I had to fight the entire time is the shirt's trying to take me the opposite direction that I'm supposed to be in.
Yes.
It's not an aid, it's to do, to be able to push more weight. It's a cue to get your body to do the work that it's already supposed to do.
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna get out of this shirt and into mine. In the meantime, you can watch this. You've probably heard a lot about coconut water and seen it pop up a lot more recently. In fact, we've talked about coconut water on this show. However, not all coconut waters are created equal. In fact, they're very unequal. This one here is the purest form of coconut water that we could find. There's others just like it. It's not just this brand, but if you look at the nutrition label, you'll see that there's only 7 grams of sugar, and that's about right for a serving of coconut water. Some of the other more fashionable brands have added a little bit of extra sugar for flavor and taste. For example, in this one, there's about 10 grams of sugar. In this one, there is 12 grams of sugar. Not a crazy amount, and a lot of the sugar comes from other fruit juice or just a more concentrated form of coconut. Now, others, and again, I'm not trying to throw any brands under the bus here, but this is basically a soda. There's about 30 grams of sugar, which, yes, I get it. Soda people, this is still half the amount of sugar that's in a soda, but certainly a lot more than coconut water. And to be selling it as something that is just water from a coconut, that's not exactly the case. So no matter if it's coconut water or anything else, just make sure you pay attention to the label and get what you want out of it. Now, if you want something sugary and sweet, great, go for it. But if you're looking for the health benefits of something without all the added sugar, make sure that you find the right thing for you. All right, I've already changed my life with the bench press here at Chalk and Iron, and now we're on to the next major compound movement that's huge in the powerlifting world, and that's deadlifting, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what do you need me to do?
Walk up to the bar.
Okay.
Try to get your feet under the bar to keep your center of gravity behind the bar.
Okay.
Go ahead, bend over at your hips, grab the bar, open your toes. Now pull straight up and sit back at the same time. Up, 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 up. There you go. And back down.
How was that?
That was okay. When you grab the bar,
okay,
you're here, and I want you to pull your shoulders back Then throw your head like you're throwing on a light switch. And then your butt's gonna sit back and you straight up. Open your toes, push the knees out, nice and tight. Now head up and drive up. Sit back, up. There you go. Better. That's actually better.
It felt like I was using, because a big concern with the deadlift for everyone is injuring their lower back.
Your lower back and your knees.
And the farther forward you are, the more pressure you're putting on your lower back. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Once you transfer the weight, the center of gravity to the front of the bar, you're now using all lower back, and you're on the balls of your feet.
So there, I felt a little lower back, but I felt a lot more on my hamstrings and glutes, which is where I should feel it.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give this one more attempt, and then we're gonna get some more technical and show you how this is really done when we come back. Okay, I made a little improvement on my deadlift, but we're gonna show you how it's really done. So Sean, who do we have with us?
We have Donna with us today.
Donna, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. What is Donna about to do?
Donna's gonna show us the sumo deadlift.
Okay.
Right now, see her, she's planting her feet and she's trying to set her foot under the bar so her center of gravity is behind the bar.
Okay.
So now she's gonna bend over and grab the bar. There you go, up. Now see how she picked her shoulders back, sat back, and you can clearly see that the weight of the bar is moving a vertical motion, and her butt is behind it. I like to see how you do the sumo.
Let's do it.
Now you should be able to feel no pain in your knees right now.
I don't feel anything in my knees.
Perfect. Now what you do is bend over at the hips, grab the bar. Now sit back and stand up. Stand up, up. There you go.
I've done what I thought were sumo deadlifts before on this show, and they were nothing like that. This felt completely different.
It is a true sumo deadlift.
Well, Sean, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you
I
for
really
coming
appreciate it. I'm going to give a couple more tries at the sumo now. In the meantime, we've got a little quiz for you. Quick, what is heavier, 10 kilograms or 10 pounds? We'll wait. Do you think you have it? The answer is 10 kilograms. A kilogram weighs 2.2 pounds, making 10 kilograms equal to 22 pounds. So the next time you see a powerlifter, remember, those numbers on the weights are most likely kilograms, and have a little more respect. That's it for this week's episode of SoFlo Health. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to everyone at Chalk and Iron for adding 50 pounds to my bench and showing me what powerlifting is all about. As always, you can watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health on SoFloHealth.com and follow us using @SoFloHealth to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. And I'll see you next week right here at Bar Rest Performance Center for some next level athletic training. We'll see you then. Bar Rest Performance Center has me trying some moves I've never done before and literally helps people get back on their feet. Morgan gave you the upper body banded workout this week, and next week it's the lower body. Stretch Zone has me feeling like a new person, and Monica from Essence Nutrition talks about how much protein you actually need.